Smoldering Corpse Bar. Oh yeah, this guy, yes. Okay, so now we're gonna pass through a bunch of stuff that we already talked about. I think. Oh no, it's... I need to reload, I think. Yeah. Because now I can't talk to him about the... There you go. Okay, I'm gonna go through this pretty quickly because we did that last time. Oh, now we're back here then. What the fuck's going on? These quick saves. Oh, that's before we talk to him. That's not good. Okay, there you go. That's after we talk to him, but before we talk to you. Let's save. Okay, greetings. Why not? Question. So we did talk about all this, I think. Who are you? I don't remember this, but I remember talking about the planes with him. Did we read that last time? What the fuck? So I already went in there? Tell me about sigils? Did we not talk to this guy last time and he talked about the planes and everything? Kandrian. There's two guys here. There's an half invisible guy. That's probably the guy we talked to instead. Oh. So if I load this thing, the whole time I thought I was talking to this guy here. This is a completely different character. This is the plane walker here that we talked to for a long time about the planes. And then after this, I went outside of the conversation, saved, and I talked to him, and I was like, why don't I have this option now? It's completely different. I was like, what the fuck? It wasn't the same guy. So I think we went through all of this, was just to be sure. Traveler of the Plains. Yeah, and then we go into this. Yeah, we went through all of this, exactly. So, boom. He pauses briefly, thinking, I know the portal of which you speak. Though I have not traveled it these 30 years gone, I will take her home, Seeker. Go tell her to await my arrival, then meet me back here and I will tell you if I was successful or not.
Updated my journal.
Okay. Okay, so there's a thing about going back to her, coming back here. Forget it. Parrot, collector. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Now we talk to you. Greetings. Do you want to know? So someone named Farad? Farad, and frowns, takes the pipe from his mouth. What are you wanting with a bird like Farad? I think I used to know him. I think he stole some of my belongings. Oh, no doubt, lad, no doubt. Eb grumbles, chewing on his pipe. You have to chain up everything around that grasping little spider. You should have been one of the fated, the way anything not chained down slips into his parlor. Don't give him a yard, or we'll take a league. What do you know about him? Well, now I don't know everything that is to know about old Farad. I know some of the dark surrounding him. If you're determined to track down that spider and nail him to a wall, I suppose I could spill some of the chant so you know what you're tangling with. He pauses to temp his pipe. Farah dug his nest deep in Ragbicker's Square not too long ago. Got a bunch of collectors and gang together and started what one could also consider a collecting faction. But that's it. But be that as it may be. Where can I find him? Well, lad, if you're looking for Farad, which I would say is pretty barmy of you, you're a little off the beaten path. You want to be finding Ragpicker Square. Chances that Farad set up his skip somewhere in the square. Even an old fellow like me who's been around the ring a few times don't know exactly where. I figure that Farad wants to keep the dark on his location dark. If you're all bound and determined to find Farad, go to Ragpicker Square. Try and dig up Farah's location from some of the locals. Try and be careful about it, since there's plenty in the square that will make a gut arp out of you as soon as look at ya. I'm missing a journal. You're missing a journal? Was there more to the journal than just page and words? Otherwise, I can't imagine too many bloods who would bother themselves with letters unless it was really hot and spicy. Not much use for books or learning around here. I don't know where you might find such a thing. Ed puffs on his pipe, then he snaps his fingers. But you know, lad, if Farad is the one who scrapped you off the Sigil Street, then he might know the dark of where your stuff is. It's more likely in his larder, if you ask me. A dead man is usually in no position to keep his position when the collectors stumble across his body. Farad. Who are you? Eb Creekness, third measure of the harmonium, now retired, and being a tout with one's voice since I don't step as lightly as I might these past 2 or 3 decades. Now, lad, who be you and what trouble might you be in? Third measure of the harmonium. He puffs up slightly in pride and gets a semi-stern look at his face. Aye, third measure of the harmonium, he relaxed a little. Though I haven't served the tour of duty in many decades, pushing a quill wasn't quite up my alley after all the fights and skirmishes I've been in. So I just bide my time keeping tabs on things down here in the hive, and helping out a little where I can. And you look like someone who might need a hand. Are you in some kind of trouble, lad? What fights and skirmishes have you been in? Eb rolls his eyes. More than I can remember, lad. Well, almost more than I can remember. Leastwise, I did an all too long tour in the Blood War, that infernal muck-up of war of lies on Terra. Far too many years in the Black Centuries Wars. Ed begins to tick off the wars on his fingers and count silently to himself. And then there was a 3 Plains War, and many others. I even took part in the Harmonian War of Liberation. Oh, towards the end there, I was also in the Sigil City Watch. Some could argue that was the most dangerous of them all. He laughs loudly. The mention of the Blood War feels like a cold dagger slipping into my heart. Tell me about the Blood War. Ebb sighs, oblivious to your reaction. Aye, the Blood War, the most dangerous family feud this side of the primordial soup. A mean-spirited mob of fiends on one side, a batch of warmonger fiends on the other end. It's the war that creation sparked, and they've been digging into each other ever since. Two sets of fiends warring each other, eh? Aye, the Tanari, vicious killers who care for none but themselves, and the Badzu war machine, all for law and order under their infernal rules. The whole mess spills out into other planes from time to time, and it's made the multiverse a less pleasant place to live. What is this place? You're in a smoldering corpse bar, lad. Not a pretty place as some, but it's got its own homespun kind of charm. Tell me about the patrons. Well, you got O, who claims to be a dealer instead of a person. Some mercy killers waiting around for a criminal. Pair of Abishai and Furla from the Blood War. A Gitcherai over there who's been watching you from afar. Not too unusual, mind you. They're pretty peery cutters. And Elias down there. A clueless kid whose breeches seem to be just a bit too tight, if you get my meaning. If you're wanting information on the plains, talk to Kandri and Ilborn over there. He knows more and most I know. Who's the smaller corpse there? Him? Oh, no corpse, lad. Know that they're him. Near as we can tell, old Ignis is still alive inside that little roast pit. Near as we can figure, anyway. Ebb wrinkles his nose. He can smell damnably awful sometimes, too. Keeps me on the pipe to make sure it won't worm its way into my nose, it does. How did he get here? Ebb takes a smoke from his pipe for a moment, as if deciding how to phrase his comment. Well now, lad, Ignis had a smattering of problems and some not slight wizardly magics to boot, and seldom to the two mix well, if you understand me. He liked to, he puffs on his pipes and smoke trails up. Well, he liked to burn things, and he started torching places and people, and generally making a bunch of trouble. And well, now most of this was going on in the Hive, and I'll be the first to admit that the Hive is not the first place the Harmonium goes to keep Sigil's law. Ebb looks like a little shamed-faced, a failing on our part, since it may be the place where our presence is most needed. So by the lady's reckoning, there was a little street-side justice in the wizardry community. A bunch of tea leaf readers, edge wizards, and midwife witches got together and managed to weave a spell that was kind of poetic justice. Ebb gestures with his pipe at the figure. So now he sits there and burns. He's still alive, which I don't think they counted on. Sigil and its environs. Ebb laughs loudly. You don't think small, do you? If you want to know what's outside the sea, go talk to Kendrian Ilborn over there. It's when he said that I was like, what? That's not your name? Kendrian was this guy? Oh my god. He's a traveler of this place. As for the rest of it, well, I can tell you of the lady, the Dabbis, keys and portals. The way we keep track of time, the way the city's laid out. What was it you wanted to know? The lady. Well now, not many much about her, lad. And I'm figuring even those that know more than a little don't know too much more. She's a mystery, she is. And even should you run across her, powers forbid, she's silent and deadly. She's not evil, far as I can tell, but she keeps the dark about herself, and Sigil pretty tight. None's been able to penetrate it. And if they have, they've been mazed. Mazed, what do you mean? Aye, sometimes blood will be packed off to a place where they can't do no harm. The lady see, she'll take a bit of Sigil and make a little dimensional pocket out of it, a maze. She places those that have crossed her in there and lets them rot. Ebb puffs his pipe. Now, you can't escape getting mazed once the lady sets her gaze on you, lad. She'll get you eventually. No matter how hard you try and dodge her, you'll be walking down an alley, or about to step through a portal, or take a left turn down a street you've gone manifold times before, and suddenly you're someplace you don't recognize. Now, mazes aren't escape proof. There's always a way out of each one. A portal the lady places there. You just have to figure out where it is and how to use it. I had some other questions about Sigil. Tabis. Those funny floating bloods that speak in symbols? Quite a piece of work, eh? The Tabis are kind of the lady janitors and workmen, doing exactly what she wants. She makes sure Sigil's running up to snuff, patching walls, tearing down old buildings, building new ones, setting up portals, sending off others, and on and on. They're a pretty neutral, foreign bunch, and you don't want to interfere with one or kill one, or you'll bring the lady's wrath down on you real quick. On you right quick. We could try that. See if the lady actually comes. Attack one of those babas. Saving beforehand, of course. The lady, we talked about that. Questions about Sigil. Tell me of Sigil's time. The way we measure time in Sigils by the brightness of the sky. See, we haven't got a sun and moon like most worlds. We just got this everlasting haze that brightens the darkens at regular cycles. What most folks call midnight, we call anti-peak. What they call noon, we call peak. See, it's based on the peak and anti-peak of the brightness. So when someone says something about 5 hours past peak, that's what they mean. The city's layout. Whew! Let me wet my tongue. Takes a pull from the tankard. The city floats above an infinitely tall spire. The spire. It lies on its side, like a discarded wagon wheel. But there's no spoken. That connection into the spire is divided into 6 wards, each of them with its own function. Right now you're in the hive. I think the purpose of the hive is to be squalor to the rest of the city's grandeur. He laughs. Factions, philosophical clubs, or gangs if you prefer, divided up to running up the city between them. Were you in a faction? It raises Anne as if to stop you and laughs slightly. Oh, now hold on, lad. I'm no has-been faction member. They say, and they're right, that once you're one of the Harmonium, you're Harmonium for life. We're the Bloods that try and make sure Sigils stay out of trouble. No rocking the spire. No folks getting too over-enthusiastic about hurting each other. Keeping the city down to a low roar. We try and keep the peace, lad, and most time we do a decent job. Keys and portals. Sigil's called the City of Doors for a reason, lad. There's portals everywhere. Portals are, well, like doors that lead across the multiverse. Said they don't look like doors. Instead, they can be any bound space. Window, door, porthole, picture frame, barrel hoop. They always talk about the barrel hoop. It's kind of weird. The space between scaffolding and wardrobe. Each could be a portal waiting just the right key to open it. Takes you someplace in the multiverse. Now keys go on. Whoa! Each portal has a key, you need to open it. Now, while portals can be any bounded space, keys have more variety. They can be anything from a little tune you when next to a portal, to dancing a jig, to being in the right mood, having a piece of the place you want to go in the hand. In my youth, I convinced a girl that kissing a man beside it could open a portal to Arcadia. Turned out I was right, and many trips to Arcadia did we have. Many portals probably have never been found. There's some you can uncover just by asking people and getting the right key. Finding out the dark of a portal is the toughest part. But I warn you, lad, portal hopping should be a pastime shouldn't be a pastime, fair fellow, in your way. Nor should you be wandering sigil after dark either. You'd do best to stick to the main ways, an open peak and watch yourself. Okay, I think we talked about all the things here. Other places can you recommend? Well, Ebb puffs on his pipe and studies you. This is perhaps the best kip you could have wandered into from the start. Judging by your tattoos, you might be partial to having designs on your body, in which case, there's a tattoo salon a little spireward from here. You want to stay away from the alley of dangerous angles if you can. Ignis torched that place not too long ago, and ever since a bunch of bad bloods have set up their kip in that stretch of desert. Okay. So no go in the alleys of the whatever. Let's talk a little bit to you here.
What is your will?
Dakon turns to you, his eyes like polished coal. His blade mirrors his eyes for a moment as you address him. Then he nods. What is your will? There are things I would know. I had some question about the Gizzerai. Again, so we talked about that. Let's see. Wait, see what happens. Yeah, we talked about all that. That I know.
Bullshit.
Kills the drill. Hello, how's it going? You little fucker, you just came in at the right time. Oh, you've been waiting there for 15 minutes until I just say something. I want to ask you about travels. Yeah, this we exhausted for now, maybe. You know nothing. What can you tell me about the city of Sigil? It is very apropos with this game. We know that we know nothing. Tell us about the city. It doesn't know itself? What do you mean? The city exists, but it does not know itself. It's not knowing itself. Its existence is flawed. It's flawed? It's set apart from the planes, yet seek to be everywhere at once. It swallows our doors, yet it keeps these doors locked. Such an existence tell of a thing that does not know itself. And not knowing itself, it is flawed. Whoa. When you say the city is everywhere at once, what do you mean? Its walls or doors? What if the city is not flawed? A thing that does not need to be ordered and have purpose to know itself. What if these contradictions are strength that you cannot see? What if the city is not flawed, and you just do not know the reason for its contradiction? There is order in everything. Perhaps there is an underlying pattern that you cannot perceive. To your question, I question. What if the city is flawed and you see its contradiction all around you? To your question, a question. You claim the city existence is flawed. You have accepted this rather than explored the possibility that something greater may exist. That suggests you are flawed, and that you do not search for knowledge, but only for a convenient answer, Spock. Nakan falls silent. There is no knowing the answer to the question we have asked. Yet the city exists, that is all. Yet I would maintain that we know ourselves by the question we ask, and the ones we do not. If we cease asking questions and accept only what we can perceive, then we will cease to know ourselves. Dakon's voice has changed slightly, become heavier. Such words as spoken before. I've heard them and know them. Where have you heard them? The words are mine. Once I knew them and knew their meaning, I had forgotten them until you spoke. Dakon's gaze travels through you, and his blade stops shimmering, bleeding all of a color until it's translucent. That sound it does when you get experience point or maybe memories. It's so fucking intense. I always said, I know your words. I spoke the words, but they do not belong to me. Others may know them, for the knowing of it lies within all things. Humans call it wisdom. About our travels. Tell me about Sigil. You speak as it is alive. It may not be aware and know itself in the sense that you and mine are. Its walls or doors. Where are these doors? They are everywhere within the city. It is said that every bound in space. I don't understand. Imagine the door to our home, remove the door, the frame remains, the space within the door. But it's just an open space. But it's just an open space. Dakon's like, come on. Many other doors you never see. You may pass through them as if air do not know them for what they are. They are close to your sight and touch. Use your wilderness door. And these invisible doors are everywhere in Sigil. Doors disappear, all are locked. The doors remain in there until the key. How do you know the key? We know. What are these keys? We know, but I want you to say it. Sounds like finding all these doors and keys can be difficult. Oh my god, I sound like such a dumbass. Such a task has been attempted but never finished. City change, door change, nothing known remains. Okay. I've lost a journal. I have some other questions. Can I talk to you about your teachings? Can you teach me anything of weapon craft? Let's just save in case something happens. I don't want to go into something.
What is your will?
Let's say before. Can you teach me anything about weapon craft? I can redirect one toward the craft of war, but I cannot advance their skill. My weapons are not of steel, but of will and knowing of the self. Okay, yes, with this guy we can change a lot of things on our character. Like, maybe not our faction, but like change weapon skill? Maybe change weapon skill. But change our class. Can you teach me anything of the art? Know that I'm not the teacher, but know that I may serve as a guide. I do not know all humans can be versed in the art, but when you learn, return and ask again. Ask again when I'm a mage. Okay. Cool. Okay, we're done with you.
I don't trust the Gith.
Mercy Killer
Guess they were leaving me
Patron.
behind.
We talked to these two. Elias. You see a trim, muscular man dressed in clothing that is comparative drab and mundane compared to most of the outfits you see in the city. He carries himself with an air of superstitious arrogance and also looks dramatically out of place. What do you want? Who are you? I am Elias, warrior of renown. Surely you have heard of me. No. Can it truly be? Can it truly be that none of this town have heard of me or my exploits? I'm not all of this town. Alas, I shall have to prove myself all over again. Oh my god. Blasphemy, Kill Sigil. Just start the game as soon as you can. and here I had thought my fame and spread across the world. What world are you from? I am certain it has. Answer some questions. What world are you from? I come from the city of Aliburn on the river Tame. Surely you have heard of its glories and wonders. No matter, no matter. This place is benighted and ignorant when it comes to the splendor of true cities. I am told that my land is what is called a prime by the denizens of the city. Though a prime of what, I don't know. How did you get here? I was chasing my old foe, the villainous life shade. Tir Tanalel. He pauses, waiting for acknowledgement, and then continues. He conjured his demonic magic and opened himself a doorway and hurled himself through it. Before he could flee me entirely, I threw myself after him and found myself here. I get it, you're one of the clueless. That sounds like quite an adventure. Is it bad if I say this? He bristles, reddening. Oh. And his hand clutches convulsively around the hilt of his sword. Clueless, is it? I take offense to your words, and bid you farewell in the hopes that we should never cross paths again. Uh-oh. I just wanted to ask you some questions. He sighs heavily and eyes you with disdain. Then be on with it, scarred one. Ask and be done. Who are you again? Leave him alone. Relax, I just want to question you. From your attitude, it appears to me that you need nothing further from me. Look, I apologize for what I said, because you're a fucking dumbass. You have said what you have said, and I've taken to heart, yet never let it be said that I'm entirely rigid. Jesus Christ. Who are the patrons of this tavern? The only person I know here is Eb there. I am new to this place, and I do not make it my business to meddle in the affairs of others. Did you have any further question for me, or may I continue to enjoy my solitude? Questions. What can you tell me about this place? This is a tavern, one of the familiar sights of home. At least it would be where, if not for the filmlings in the corner and the endless strangeness that parades before my eyes. I find that at least there is some humanity in this place, for which I'm grateful. Oh, that's right, you're clueless, aren't you? You're Prime, aren't you? If you mean that I'm warrior from the true world by that, then yes, I'm Prime. I'm a warrior for some small renown there, and while I may not know all the loopholes of this new land, neither would I recall myself clueless, as some of the local varlets around here have done. No, alright, let's just call off the insult, shall we? Really, I would. Let's say this. Calmly even, not until you apologize. Apologize to you. I apologize. Then, I suppose, as a point of honor, I must accept your apology. Very well, in return, I offer my apology as well. Questions. What knowledge do you seek? Patrons. I have met only the Ebb Creekness, who has been instructed me in the ways of the city. No, planes, as in planes of existence. They are planes of the imagination, as thought and belief. They are not physical prairies of grassland, but other dimensions. A look of confusion passes across his face. I understand what the old man said is starting to make sense. Very well. I apologize. Tell me about this place. I do not know. When I arrived here, I realized I needed a place to regain my bearings. Imagine my shock at discovering that even a simple tavern in this part of the world is populated by the eccentrics and crazies. I've truly been transported to a madhouse. Where you from? I come from the city of Aliburn on the river yeah, you said that. Farewell. No, I don't want a farewell. Journal. I'm afraid that I've not been searching for such items. I'm doing my best to reorient myself to this unfamiliar setting. And while I focus on some small details in my attempt to do so, I must confess I have not been looking for journals of any sort. Parod. He doesn't know. Who are you again? No. We all face disappointment. Farewell. Ilquix. You see a short, rotund man with a perplexed expression on his face. From the lines on his loose skin, looks like it's not too uncommon. He carries a flagon of ale that looks like it's in the process of being emptied, rapidly. In between swallows, he speaks in a gentle voice, so quiet that you can barely hear his words. Hello, traveler. My name is Ilquix. Can I be of some of this? Can I be of some assistance to you? Greetings. Questions. Who exactly are you? I am but a humble man with a slight, flowery, poetical bent and a tendency toward the supernatural. I regret that I have none of my supplies here, or I should be most eager to teach you of the ways of power. Perhaps some later time. Questions. Tell me about this place. Smoldering corpse, fine establishment, fine owner, Barkis, true gentleman, whatever. Patrons of this place. The patrons of this tavern are many and varied. I've spoken with most and find them delightful with expression of these creatures, with the exception of those creatures of law. Gestures toward the pair of Abishai sitting in the corner. They taint the air with their presence, leading an unwelcome stench to an otherwise pleasant environment. I recommend speaking to Barkis. I understand he requires some aid with a trifling matter. Then we have the old character. I'm still trying to understand him fully. It is quite an undertaking, if I say so myself. Those are the folks of interest. The others, perhaps I'm too discriminating. Why do you despise creatures of law? Ah, a fine question, my friend. My upbringing has been on the chaotic side of the Great Ring. You may speak to Candra and Ilborn, a misnomer if I ever heard one, of the plains. He fancies himself a great planewalker. To return from my discretion, I have lived many years with chaos and find it pleasantly agreeable. To me, the taint of law, as in those creatures there, is reprehensible and tyrannical. If I am to be crushed on the foot, I'd rather it be by an individual than a machine that knows nothing of emotion. I disagree, lie, truth. There are many who agrees with you. I have questions. Yeah, whatever. I don't know, I'm gonna not go there. What is that burning man? That is the last unfortunate who chose to exercise his individual will without the strength to back up his desire. His name is Ignis, and was a pyromaniac. He burned, and didn't burn the right people, and wound up channeling more raw power than he could control. Now, well, you can see what became of him. If you wish to learn more of him, perhaps the poor creature Drusilla can help you. What exactly are you? Now we know all this. Burning Man. That's it. You weren't really interesting. Barkus. You see a leathered skinned man with just a hint of ashen color to his face. His teeth seem sharper than normal, and his eyes are filled with the boredom and comes with having seen too much. His voice is nasal and clipped. You again, eh? What you want this time? You again, what do you mean? Yeah, you again. You got a earring problem or something now? You was wooden. You was in here about 15 years ago. Got all bubbed up, smashed up the place, left a pile of coin that wasn't enough to pay for the damages. So you plucked out your own bleeding eyeball and tells me you'll be back to reclaim it when you got 200 coins together. With 15 years of interest, you got about 500 coins. You got the jink, pal. I got your eyes. 500, that's ridiculous. I don't have that much. Not interested right now. Oh, I bought some things because I didn't know I needed 500 bucks for this. That's ridiculous. He pauses. That it is. Tell you what, give me 300 and the eye is yours. I still can't afford it. Then you're not getting your eye back. Makes sense? Come talk to me when you got the jink. Who are you? Me, I'm Barkus, owner and keeper of this place. What is this place? Didn't you see the sign out front? Didn't you see the berg burning over the furnace when you came in? It's the smoldering corpse cutter. Best named Bub House and Sigil. At least it's the best named Bub House in this part of the Hive, which makes it one of the best in Sigil. Hell, they got fancy places with plants and such in the ladies' ward, and they got fiendish taverns and salted around the rest of the Hive. But none of them got the character of the smoldering corpse. Who is the corpse anyway? No, well, we didn't ask you. Ignis, he used to be a flame wizard. You don't say. Burned down pieces of the hive. Got himself squelched by a bunch of other mages. You want to know more about him? Go talk to Drusilla. He's a water wizard. I don't make it a point to interfere with the lives of the people who give me their hard-earned jinx, unless they ask me to. So over there is Candria and Planewalker. Good one to talk about planewalking question you might have. He's been pretty much everywhere. Down there is Ebb Creeknees, an old Harmonian basher. Don't hold that against him, and the tout. He's got a good art in him, and he knows Sigil up and down. Them fiends over there are Ethelgrin and Tigarin. Word of advice, don't deal with them. They might be low rankers in the fiend hierarchy, but they're still fiends. Then you got Ilquix over there, not trustworthy. And some mercy killers looking for some poor sod. Daikon, the Gitzerai, is a mystery to me. Don't know much about him. Don't talk much. Finally interested in earning some free bub? Yeah? There's a bubber over against the far wall, hanging about in the shadows, been trying to work up her courage to slip out without covering her tab. I want you to make sure she don't do that. You do it, you got free bub here for life. I'll do it. And do some questions first. I'd rather not. I'll do it. I'll let you know. I'll do it. Answer some question first. I want something to drink. What you want? Information. Journal. A journal, paper, and words? Fiends, that sort of thing don't get much talk in here. You can barely read, blah blah, okay. Farad. Farad, pah. You may as well just turn back. Let him sink a dagger in it. Though from the looks of you, you already have. If you're dead set on finding Farad, talk to Ebb Creekness. Okay. I'd like to go sell some of my stuff. That would be nice.
All right.
Should I talk to these guys? The patron. What a cool idea for a bar. Hey, Sujak. You see a scruffy, ill-kempt man. He smells strongly of alcohol. Look at it like so you could use a healer. Who are you? I'm Endor. Must to be a live a fight man. Wow, I just talked to this guy, and this guy is actually someone? I doubt it. He's just flavor. Journal. Collectors. Parod. Sounds familiar. This place. Smoldering corpse. Burning by the entryway. That's great. We're done. What about these mercy paid killer patrons? Questions. The man stares at you as if you're some form of bug. He stares at you, blinking slowly. He turns his head, then dismissing you without speaking a word. Talk to me or I'll have your heart, you lumbering tin heap. Hello? Farewell. Let's save. And let's say this. You hear a subterranean rumble begin deep in the man's chest. He lightly strokes his weapon and stares at you with renewed interest. If that's the way you want to be, farewell. Attack him. Okay, so we could talk to these guys, but apparently we shouldn't. Let's try. You see a scaled fiend who looks very similar to the one standing next to him. In addition to the pierced left ears, both are black-hued and reptilian, with bat wings stuck against himself. This one is missing a tooth on its right side. Ah, Tegarin, it says. Our old friend has returned to pay us a visit. So he has. Etel grins, so he has. Yet his eyes do not gleam as once they did. What do you suppose brings him back to us? What does bring you back to us, friend? Who are you? Ah, Etlegrim, time has robbed our companion's memory. You honestly do not recall us, do you? Truly, I am aggrieved, but... As I am, Tegarin, truly aggrieved. Yet I rest easy. It has, after all, been many 100 years, and we know how the minds of mortal tend to dissipate with age. Ah, well spoken, old friend. We are a pair of Abishai on leave from our current assignments in Bator. I am Teragrin, Tegarin, the thrice damned, so named for my ability to find the best in every situation. This is Atelgrin, who has earned himself no special name, though not for the lack of trying. Lack of trying, what do you mean? Ethelgrin ignores you as it responds to its companion. And once again, Tegarin, you have cut straight to the truth of the matter. Though perhaps it is best not to have earned the sort of notice one bared the name thrice damned must surely have incurred. I have some questions. Mort whispers to you, Boss, I don't like this. They're not supposed to be here. The Blood War hasn't kicked the Celestials' asses bad enough that any fiend can go on furlough. They want something. Tread carefully. In the meantime, Tegarin continued to respond to its companion. In its turn, Tegarin ignores you as it replies to its comrade. Once again, I maintain that any notice is better than no notice at all. The Abishai turns back to you. Old friend, does this answer your question as to our identities? Some questions, perhaps we have answers. We are certainly eager to aid, old friend. What are you doing? What are we doing? Why is it not perfectly clear? Old friend, we're on leave from our beloved assignment, taking for ourselves some much-needed rest, and perhaps inducing some additional recruitment for a glorious cause. Our superiors fully support our presence, to be sure. In a more immediate sense, we are taking our entertainment in this delightful establishment, and, of course, we are celebrating the return of our old friend. However, the stench of the breezes, which occasionally waft the scent of goodness in the door, debases us somewhat, leaving us physically, mentally, and spiritually weaker. Fortunately, the air in this ward of the city carries a delicious tang of pain and supplication. Wouldn't you agree? Again, the friend smiles broadly at you. I have some questions. What is this place? It's a smoldering corpse tavern with the more not interesting. Tell me about fiends. As we see it, there are two kinds of fiends. Those who are correct, those who are not. Our side, that of the Beatsu, is correct. The other side, that of the cursed, hated, chaotic Tanari, is incorrect and must be exterminated. We all the Tanari directly responsible for the blood war. Were it not for them, we have been settled. We could have settled the lower planes in peace, and wouldn't have all the bother of fighting this wretched war, nor would the unfortunate spillovers into other planes be such a cause for concern among the namby-pambying do-gooders. The Tanari are directly to blame for the multiverse sad state of affair. That's not really what I was asking. I wanted to know about wanted to know what differentiates you from them. The fiend pauses a moment and then brightens. Ah, yes, you see, we represent law and order. Those who break the law must be punished. If we have no law, we have only anarchy. And surely you can see what anarchy has done for the abyss. It has spawned horrors beyond imagining. Any excess the Badzu state may have indulged in are simply to counter the rising tide of chaos represented by the Tanari. We mean no harm to anyone, we just prefer to understand where the boundaries are. Collector named Farod. I have heard the name. He is not a sage of some sort, necromancer, divine. He doesn't know. Journal. Ask my comrade, Tigarin. Why should I not keep a journal? Because, friend, it is easy to make the mistake of committing a true word to posterity, and easier still for someone you once trusted. And here he shoots a glance full of venom at Ethelgrin, to find that word and use it against you. Indeed, it can even lead to actions tantamount to desertion. Leaving or losing a journal can cost you your very existence. Boss, I'm more sure than ever that these Bergs ain't on the up and up. Sounds to me like they deserted, like they're looking for some angle that'll elevate their status in Bator. You don't want to be talking to them, boss. You don't know what game they're playing, and you could get burned. Alright, just a few more questions. Why is that a little floating skull I see? There's a lovely sweet scent of Batorian decay about you, my pretty. Perhaps we should discuss this later. Dabishai returns his attention to you. You had questions. We're done. The Garin is the same as this guy, I guess. Again? Yeah, it's the same thing. Who are you? I'm Kiaru Stormtongue. I'm here with my cousin because my uncle doesn't want me to wandering the isle on my own. Wait, do they all have stories? Fuck you. The Prime, what's that? She cooks her head and looks at you oddly. The Prime material plane. The player with the beliefs the outer planes are shaped of is born. The world, stars, moons, so forth. Belief, reality. I sure hope you know what the Prime is because it's an essential part of the planar knowledge. Whoa. She's new in town. Of course, she won't know much. A collector. Yes. What are you doing here? Visiting, expanding horizons. Okay. Whoa. So if I talk to you... This guy has a name? Or everybody here has a name? That's crazy. Like this guy also? Yeah, he's Andor. I've never done a full playthrough with Ignis. We are gonna take Ignis essentially. Yeah, well, yeah. We can't do that right now, I think. But the first time I ignored him because I thought he was evil. But the second time I did it. He's fine. He's a good mage. We're gonna have a lot of mage in our... So apparently I can talk to this guy. What's with the outfit? Did you recognize me? He thought he did. Particularly brutal criminal, from what I understand. He probably... he's talking about an old us. This was, of course, centuries ago. Immense strength, they said, and enough anger to tear the head from a barrier. Not a thought to be messing with. What is he got himself surrounded by Red Death patrol, escaped through a portal, and hasn't been seen since. He frowns. They had pictures of him. Take away some of the scars and you might be related to him, probably not him. Well, in my playthrough it didn't pop up in the end because he wasn't my party, probably. I think I went around with a party of Ignis, Daikon, and also the Fallen Angel. I think she's a Fallen Angel. And probably the Skull, and that's it. Does that fill all the slots? I don't remember all the characters. Of course, there's the Thief. I can't remember her name, but we... Yeah, Fall from Grace, yes. Who are you? Did you recognize me? Who are your friends here? I'm looking for a journal and... Yeah, all these guys have something interesting to say. This guy doesn't want to talk to us. This guy maybe different. Who are you? I'm Caleb. That's crazy. But of course they won't have anything more to say than... It's just cool that they can do this. Yeah, they don't have anything interesting, so I'm gonna skip this. We haven't talked to O yet. We can go around here. This functional door is now nailed shut and barred on the inside to protect against thieves. Let's talk to you again. Okay. You see someone dressed as a female dustman with an half-empty glass in her right hand. As you near her, she calls out to you. You, over here. You notice that there's something wrong about her. And your exposure to the dustman leads you to believe that she's just too lively to be a real member of the faction. Approach her. Hey, Cutter, buy a lady a drink? You're not really a dustman. Marcus says it's time for you to settle your tab. Pay up. Here are 5 coins. Who are you? What is this place? Tell me about this patron. Who's the burning corpse? Poison her drink. You're not really a dustman. She looks around nervously and seems to sober right up. Why do you say that? Because you don't act like a dusty and you're not offering contracts. In fact, you're taking money in instead of giving it out for the corpse labor. She stifles a squeak of terror and hastens to explain. No. I'm not a dustman. I just found these robes in the street. I didn't have enough money to get good clothes, and I heard there was a dustman thief around. We could probably find him somewhere else in the southwest part of the hive. I saw him, but I hid from him. Please don't hurt me. I'm not planning on it. You ought to know that you're not pulling it off too well. Give me some money and I'll let you go. Questions. It's time for you to settle your tab. Pay up. She jumps a little, and her nervous tension becomes full-fledged anxiety. What are you going to do? Ask you to go pay up. Now. I can't afford it. Can you spot me just 10%? How much do you need? I don't think so. I'm not a charity. Can you think of another way to pay him? I'd like to see what this is, though. Think of another way? Another way to pay him, huh? You could always kill me. Distractor. I could, but what's that over there? Snap her neck. I could, but I'd rather find another solution. I'll just bend you that money. Now go pay up. $100 to get started on the debt. Poison or drink. I'll lend you the money. Take it and pay up now. I'll lend you the money, but I don't have it. Answer some other questions, will you? I'll be back with some money. Can you think of another solution? If I poison the drink, will it kill her? Just put my ball on the table. I brought me my own drink. She saw us because our dexterity is shit, probably. Relax the period attitude. I'm digging through my stuff and reminding myself what I'm carrying. How much? Let's go. I'm gonna pay. She pockets your drink, glanced briefly toward the door, almost as if she's waiting her chance of dashing out. Sighs heavily as she realizes there's no chance. Begins to walk glumly toward the bar. Don't mention it, and don't even think about heading for the door until you've paid up.
All right.
So she's gonna go to the guy there. Probably never been lawful in this game. Neutral good or chaotic good. Highly doubt that I touch lawful. I like to talk to everybody and do stupid stuff. Crazy stuff that leads to so many cool stuff. So I'm sure there's a cool stuff going on by being lawful. But the game is probably gonna be boring though. So I wouldn't... If you're playing this game, I wouldn't check any walkthrough, and I would play exactly as you would play it. If you want to play a chaotic evil character, that demands money for everything you do and is really shitty, or whatever you do, you do you. It's a game, great game for that. You said you had my eyes. You won't be having trouble with Mokai again. 1000 XP. Full bar privilege. That must have been a pretty big tab she ran up. Well, 10%, we gave her 100, so it was 1000. You don't know the half of it. You want a drink? Set me up. So I can take whatever whenever? Let's take some whiskey. I feel fine. I don't even feel anything. Give me another drink. Do I just continue like that just for the funds? Most folks can't do what I can. Farewell. I've got good tolerance. Questions. Save again. Drink. Let's take the beer. Give me another drink. Well, let's get the whiskey. I feel fine. I don't even feel anything. The barkeep considers you carefully, resting his chin. You know, there's some as a natural immunity to poisons and such. Some folks can bub a poison. If that's the case, chances are good you go yourself a handy little defense against poisoners. Well, how about that? Give me another drink anyway. Whiskey again. I don't feel anything. Okay, we learned that. Yes. Fire wine. Keep him coming. Water. That was great. Give me another drink. From the art of the elemental plane of water. Wow. That must be amazing water, right? Nothing. Farewell. Okay, well, we lost $100 though. But that's not fun.
Done.
Talk to her again. Okay, yeah, we lost $100. Well, that's fun. We need $500 to get our eye back. Maybe we can talk to Ignis. This crackling, billowing creature twists slowly above an iron grill upon the floor of the bar. May have once been human, but now its skin is charred beyond recognition. Streams of fire form a wreath around the creature's body. The flames lick of the few remaining pockets of flesh, causing them to bubble and run like wax down the creature's skeletal frame. Examine. The heat surrounding this creature is incredible. To your surprise, the iron grill the creature floats above has sagged and bent from the heat. At first you thought the heat came from the grill, but now you realize it emanates from the creature. As you watch, flakes of ash drip from the withering corpse and float slowly to the ceiling. Greetings. The thing makes no response. It writhes slowly within the flames. It lives, does not seem aware of anything other than the fire that surrounds it. Its skin is flame and art is flame, and you know, within some shadowed corner of your memory, then this thing is dangerous. Examine. Leave the thing alone. So where's fucking O? Supposed to be a guy called O here. These two guys, we talked to them. We talked to these three guys even. Oh, there was three guys, you know. We talked to Iquix, Elias, Barkus, Eb, Kendrian. But I don't see a Mr. called O. But at least two characters talked to us about this O character. What the fuck is going on? Ah, there's the third Mercy Killer patron. We can see everybody here. Talk to you guys, yeah. Was Daikon the old guy? No. This looks like it really hurts, he said. I remember O. Where the fuck is O? Oh, he's right there, O. Oh my god, O. I couldn't see you there. You see a man standing stock still. He isn't moving a muscle. On close examination, it appears that he isn't even breathing. Just standing. His eye sockets are empty holes in his face, contained within their bounds in a flat grey light that seemed to dance with possibility. Looking into the socket, the eerie empty feeling of a limitless void shivers through you, as if you had gazed into a sliver of eternity. Then the head slowly swivels toward you. You notice that no muscle appears to move under his skin as he turns, and he speaks in a pure, bell-like tone. Well met, wanderer. You have forgotten again, haven't you? Do you know me, stranger? I don't have time for cryptic ramblings. I'm looking for a journal. It's urgent. To know where I might find it. Are you Farad? I'm looking for Farad. Who are you? Do you know me, stranger? He opens his mouth to get that feeling of eternity again. Inside his mouth, you see no tongue, no teeth. It's almost as if this man were a shell surrounding an illimitable expanse. I have spoken with you before, and always you forget. Your endless quest to discover yourself ends always in your amnesia. You draw close to the truth and recoil. Let us hope that you have the strength to endure your existence. What do you know of me? I know that you, like a fly, rise up from the wreckage of your old shell, buzz about for a time, and curl up and die at the window of truth. You bumble about the plain, seeking the light without any plan to your actions, and fall exhausted when you fail. You rely on others to feed from them for a time, and move on with no regard to them. I have watched you come here, and listen to your words, and watch you move away no wiser. Will you learn from your mistakes, seeker? I don't think I like your tone. Who are you? I am O. For some reason, when he speaks his name, it sounds like he's speaking much more than a single letter, as if the speaking of his name contained untold possibilities and nuance. No human tongue could ever create such a sound. What sort of name is that? It is my name. It is the name of a portion of eternity. I am a letter in the divine alphabet. Understanding me leads to understanding existence. I am writ in the true names of half of everything. My being encompasses truth. I am mathematic, organic, metaphysics. I think you're entirely crazed. So what does that mean? The divine alphabet is writ in the name of everything that exists, from the seed of the arts of the elemental planes to the core of the great beyond. My brothers, sisters, a single word translates into the two of your mind, and I reach across all that is all that is, was, or ever shall be. We are thought and reality and concept and the unimaginable. Tell me about the great beyond. You would not understand, no mortal possibly could. It is beyond the powers of comprehension, of all but the most powerful of powers, and once they understand, they move beyond the veil of mortal comprehension. I can explain it no more than that. Perhaps sometimes you will understand. So what are you doing here? Why, I'm watching the ebb and flow of mortality. And what do you see? You mortals are like wasps. You build your lives, nests from the slimiest of branches, and when the wind shakes your home life free, you seek to sting the wind to death, instead of realizing your foolish mistakes, attempting to repair the damage you have caused yourselves, and learning from your experience. You bring harm to any who have the misfortune to blunder near you in your time of pain and distress. My advice to you and to all mortals, stop acting like an insect and start acting sentient. Oh yes. In the meantime. What was that you were talking about, divine alphabet? So what are you doing here? I'm watching the ebb and flow of mortality. And what do you see? You are like wasp. Then that means you know all the secrets of existence, doesn't it? I know parts of many of them. Without a connection to my brothers sisters, I am but a letter. Alone I'm a symbol, combined we're a language and power. So you don't know the secrets of existence. I did not say that. A letter is still a powerful force. Even on its own, allow me to show you. He opens his mouth wider and wider still. The mask of his face stares around his eyes, mouth, and nose, revealing the hint of eternity you glimpsed earlier. You are lost in it, adrift in it, a part of it. You return to your mundane senses and realize that O has vanished. Yet somehow your senses have expanded. Ignore. Ignore. A letter is still a powerful force even on its own. Allow me to show you. He opens his mouth wider and wider still. The mask of his face tears around his eyes, mouth, and nose, revealing that hint of eternity. Yet somehow your resonance have expanded, enlightened. I'll probably get some XP or something. That was indescribable. Wisdom increased permanently, +1 wisdom. Nice. Well, we have wisdom now. We are at 20 wisdom or something. 29, 19, 29. Now we need to talk to you again. Where the fuck is he? He just disappeared. What?
Done.
That's it? Did he just disappear? That was it? I got the wisdom thing and then that's it? I hope I talked about everything I could talk to with this guy. Anyway, okay. We spent a lot of time here. Let's move away to something greater than the smoldering chorus bar. Oh shit, that's a lot of enemies. What I'm wondering is this track down thief. So I think this is not the same that. It's not the one inside. There's many spies. The other's a spy, he's not a thief. Starved dogs. A few blocks directly south of the mortuary, so it must be close to this. That's a lot of people.
I'm gone.
Everybody's ready to attack, it seems.
What's up?
Endure. In enduring, grow strong.
All right.
Valley.
12 damage, he got hit by 12 fucking damage. Oh my
I
god.
hear your words.
How much AC do you got? 2? And he's still getting destroyed.
Balance in all things.
What the fuck?
You see that? Damn it.
It
Okay,
is
you
our
need to go
will
away.
done.
Done.
Damn. Damn, we have a problem.
Endure. In enduring, grow strong.
I don't know what these do. Is he level 1 or some shit? He has 2 AC. He shouldn't be hit so easily. What the fuck? 8 out of 33? That's good. That's not amazing, but he's level 3.
I hear your words.
Spellbook. 1 creature. Magic missile. Magic missile. AC against all attacks +1 to AC 2 against all attack. He already has this. +1 saving throws. +1 to hit, +1 saving throws. 70-foot radius. To all creatures that are friendly to cast. That's kind of nice. That's kind of curse. That's blessing, curse. That's how I see it. This can be good for me.
All right.
I will your will
You
be
see
done.
that?
Balance I shall serve.
Damn.
And then he goes away.
Did you see that?
I'm gone.
No, not
It
you
is your path
first.
is mine.
And even me, it's
I'm
a
gone.
problem. It always
Yeah.
needs to be him first.
I'm gone. I'm gone.
He's gone. Rusty dagger. That's probably worthless. I'd like to sell my stuff. I don't know if I can sell stuff here. Maybe at the tattoo parlor. Dekon, can you translate? He's gonna do it. Oh, maybe he's gonna translate it differently. Does he know how he died? Shadows. But I can translate it myself anyway, and that's what I did first because he didn't want to. This guy doesn't want to translate it. Tattoo available. I cannot sell anything. Yeah, I cannot sell anything. No bartering here. He could identify my stuff, but no, he can't.
Huh?
Can't.
Done.
Like this guy is a name, Amaris is a name, easy to miss. And even this drunk might be a guy, but probably not that interesting. Sorry. No, she doesn't want to talk to us. What about Jelai? You see a thin man with stained clothes, Oak nose. He's unsticking on this. He stinks of brine vomit. Never mind. Oh wow, okay, I can't talk to them. Okay. Smoldering corpse. Let's talk to this drunk guy. Shake him to get his attention. Leave him be. This guy looks bigger than the others. Maybe that's one of the three thugs. Taran. This one of two men shouting and waving their weapon at one another. It seems that at any moment they'll leap at each other's throat. Greetings. The man, face reddened from the exertion of hurling curses at his foes, whirls to face you. What do you want? Can't you say I'm busy, you sod? I'm wondering why you two are fighting. Anyone can help you resolve this dispute? No, you can't. This son of a whore treats me sis like dirt, so he does. Farewell. Elise. That's not the other guy. Maybe. Oh, that's the sister, maybe. This panic-stricken young woman runs up to you, breathless, tears streaming down her face. Please, sir, you've got to help me stop them. They'll kill each other. What's going on? This is my brother and my lover. They're fighting. It's just harsh words now. I just know they'll be bleeding each other in a moment. Help me stop them, I beg of ye. I'll speak to them right now. I can stop them, but I don't work for nothing. I'll speak to them. I'll return when I've spoken. This is one of two men shouting and waving their weapons. Greetings. Your lover wanted me to stop you fighting. I'm wondering why you two are fighting. None of your business. Any way I can help? No, you can't. Your lover wanted me. The men suddenly become silent. I don't know who you are, but I don't see why your plans are stopping us. Look, Elise doesn't want to see either of you hurt. Can't you take care of whatever the problem is without scaring the wits out of her? 400 XP. The man furrows his brow for a moment, then nods his head. You're right, Cutter. Here, I was fighting to give her the chance to get out of her brother's shadow. And then I gotta ignore her pleading and do things my way myself. Guess I'll work things out with this sod some other way. Glad to see things that way. Farewell. That's it, it's done. I didn't even talk to this guy. It was a pleasure. Okay. What's this place? Quatra's warehouse. Oh, might be able to sell some stuff here.
Done.
Yes, this is a store, I think. Or no, it's not a store at all. What the fuck? Maybe it is a store. Moving from box to box seems totally immersed for counting boxes. I didn't mean to interrupt. You again, didn't mean to interrupt. Okay. So I don't know what to do with you, so I'm gonna ignore you for now. I mean, it should show any odd spot, so there is no odd spot at all. Not even a little, like, nothing. Nothing. Let's talk to this barrier. Greetings. He turns to face you with startling speed. What do you want, two legs? Only to speak with you a moment. I'm looking for a fight. Seems to calm down. Why were you so wary of me? Is the place wretched unclean? This guy is a super good creature, I think. You not live here? No. Where you from? Banes of Isgard, two legs. What sort of business? Another time. Tell me of the Lady of Pain. Slums. Looking for work. Enjoy myself. Yeah, he has nothing to say.
All right.
And now we're back here. We can pick up a duel with this guy, but...
Have you got the kid?
So maybe when she said a couple of
Done.
steps out of the mortuary, this is the mortuary, so maybe it's just in the corner here. It's either there or south, and we just went southeast portion of the hive. Let's go again since we're not gonna go until a while.
All right.
Collector gets a right townsperson, mourns for trees. Some angry hive dwellers. A closed door. A guy that's badly injured. Rake chaser. Oh, I guess the dual guy is not there anymore. Maybe I did kill him. I probably did kill him. Barking welder. A bunch of harlots. Amaris. A drunk guy. Yeah, I don't get it. Unless it's only in the daytime. I feel it's these three guys here. I've played this game before. I should go with my gut's feelings. These guys are different than the others. I can't save here. Let's attack them just out of the blues. But I'm not ready. I need to heal up a little bit.
Done.
I can heal right here. Oh, I didn't check if all the spells here were... I guess that's not really what I would have gone with. That could be useful on me. And then all of a sudden I can fight. Not all of a sudden everybody's at 2 AC.
Done.
Select one of these guys.
I hear your words.
Maybe you should do this. Power of one. I don't know what that is. Maybe he has mage and priest spells. Oh, level 2. Increase the target strength to a certain number. For me, it's gonna be this for now, at least. Okay, so it's a good spell right now, but eventually not so much. I have a feeling it's not them now. Maybe I'm wrong.
Done.
Your bees, was that part of the negative token? Where do we get that?
All right.
I will heal.
Oh, it's O that gave us a part of it, I think. Isn't there a button to quick loot? Yeah, give me a quick loot, dude.
I'm gone.
So I don't think these guys were part of anything. I don't think it was these guys. I don't know where they are, these three
Done.
guys that she wants us to kill. And now I don't even know. It wasn't Ingress. It was shit. I don't remember. Uh-oh. Everybody wants to kill us. Well, we're not gonna do this tonight. We're just doing this. Fuck that.
Done.
We are going to. First of all, I'm gonna rest. So we can see something. You know what? I guess keep the same spells that you have right now. Whispering Flask. +2 strength. That's it. It's a one-shot doing it, or it's... Don't know. Rest. It's still night though, I think.
All
That's
right.
what happened last time.
Damn it!
Done.
Okay, we're gonna go to Ragpicker Square, which is past this part here. I think, well, map. Yeah, we need to go to Ragpicker Square. Because eventually I will want to become a mage, and that's in the direction we need to be. We're getting a lot of XP, and I need to switch to a mage before we get our 7th level fighter. And that's where the game wants us to go anyway. Okay, let's do a little save here. Okay, I'll take a little break and we'll be back in a couple of minutes.
What about not knowing if your very next breath will be your last? What about all three? Tomb Raider from IDOS Interactive.
Like a thief in the night. They took her away. To get her back, you'll take them apart. Limb by limb. That's going to hurt. Die by the sword. Coming in spring '98.
The Great War ended 30 years ago. Our elders tell stories of a glorious civilization, of people with myths of humanity everlasting, who hurl themselves into the void of space with no fear.
Hey, who's there? Probably just a critter.
I need help here! Sound the alarm! I think he's around here somewhere. I guess it was nothing, eh?
Cutter, come on, you don't want to sleep out here, it's cold.
Porphyron.
Decide where it's warm.
Every inch of this man's skin is covered in a web of black lines. It's as if some artist chose to accentuate every crease in his flesh with a quill pen. The overall effect is such that even with his face shown no expression, he appears to be frowning. Greetings. This one has a name. This one is called Porphyron. The name's voice is like a gong. As he speaks, the lines of his face bend and settle into a series of spherical patterns. This one will know. Why do you address this one? I wanted to ask you some questions about the city. This one would have you known. This one would have you know. This one cannot answer your questions. The lines on his face twist into angles, then split into a mess of scribbles. This one has only recently stepped foot in this place of walls. Alright then, but I have to ask you this. Why do those lines upon your face move? The lines show anger. Do you take offense? The lines slowly straighten, forming into gentle curves. No offense was meant. Will you accept the many apologies of this one? No offense taken. Why are you angry? This one tells of event recent. Did you know this one was beset by three? The three damned an item of this one. This one feared an attack. What this one do? The sigil people are so nice. This one surrendered the item. Oh, well, some of them are nice. Welcome back. A or ah. Well, you were right to be afraid. If there were three, then they might have killed you and not given up the item. This one has been misunderstood. The lines on his face become angled and then smooth to curves again. This one did not fear being killed. This one feared killing the three. What if you could have killed them? Why did you let them rob you? This one walks the path of a warrior. Many weapons have walked with this one. The fist, the blade, the stave, the hatchet, the smiter, the smiter. These tools are all known to this one. There's not much of an explanation. Again, if you're a warrior, why that much training? Why let them rob you? This one is forbidden to attack. The lines ripple across his face as he speaks. If this one had struck at the three in anger, the vow of non-violence would be unmade. Vow of non-violence. You're a warrior and a pacifist? This one is unfamiliar with your speech. What is this? Pacifist. This one does not make sense. Yeah, exactly. Never mind. Why did you train so much if you are not permitted to attack another? This one is of the order of Irit Ege. We await the final days where all will be called to battle. The training and skills of this one, they are to be kept silent until then. In the meantime, you will let yourself be robbed in the street without defending yourself? If that is your belief, and you have upheld it, I mourn your loss. Farewell. This one will clarify. The item is of value. The discipline of the Irit Age is of greater value. Since you won't fight, any chance you could talk these thieves into returning your item? This one addressed the 3 thieves. What happens? The requests of this one are met with scorn. The 3 will not return the item. I could go see if I could get the item back. I could go beat them like dogs. I could go get that item back if you pay me. I could go see. This one must ask, would you bring violence? Not if I can help it. Well, if you aren't smart enough to end it over when I ask, things can get ugly. Not if I can help it. This one fears a message absent of violence will not be understood. The lines on that one's face form into a series of eclipses. This one is not opposed to you trying. Alright. What is this item you've lost? A rope of black and red prayer beads. Oh, the guys that I just killed then. Worn around the neck. The worth of these beads is not measured in copper. The worth of these beads is measured in faith. That's crazy. So these guys were people, like important character. Alright then, I'll see if I can find this necklace. But it wasn't the 3 thugs that the other girl wanted us to talk to kill. They must be in the same map. This one knows where the angry words. So this game will not tell us it's these thugs. We just have to figure it out. This one knows where the angry words were traded and the item lost. By the bar that burns inside. The 3 were outside the place, dressed in black and red. 3 robbers dressed in black and red outside the smoldering corpse. Well, I'll go find them. Farewell.
Updated my journal.
Boom, it just told us who they were.
I'm gone.
This mister is called Fleece. Greetings, Fleece. You see a man who is looking around the building with some confusion. He looks lost. The man looks relieved. At last, I beg your indulgence, good sir. I seem to have gone and turned around in this maze of streets. He chuckles uncomfortably. I'm afraid this area of the city is somewhat, he glances around apprehensively, unknown to me. The residents seem most unwilling to extend aid to a visitor. He looks at you hopefully. Could I prevail upon you to help me, perchance? Depends on the kind of help you need, certainly. Where are you trying to go? You're on your own. Where? Trying to go? I seek the house of my aunt Marguerite. She's reported to dwell in a house close to the mortuary. But the street layout seems to have changed since my last visit. You know of the house? I do. I can direct you. I'm afraid I don't. The man frowns and says, oh, I suppose it would have been too much good fortune to hope that you would know of such place. Well, I thank thee for your time. You're about to turn away when you suddenly have a feeling that something is amiss. Suspicious, you glance at the man again, just in time to see him withdrawing his hand from her purse. You can't be sure, but you think he might have taken something from you. Grab his hand. Hey, what do you think you're doing? Bait the man into pickpocketing you again and observe his technique. Attack him, ignore the incident, leave. Bait the man. You engage the man in light conversation and secretly study his movement. The man seems to rely on 2 things. 1. Pretending to be a high-class citizen out of his element to lower the target's guard. 2. Distract the mark by having the victim point out direction. When the victim turns to point to a street or landmark, the man skims the marks. Grab his hand. What do you think you're doing? I won't be able to. My dexterity is shit. Let's say, no, he's gonna start running or some shit. Let's try to grab his hand. You're not fast. Alright then. Let's attack him. Fuck it. He's gonna go away anyway, I think. I don't think he'll just disappear or some shit. There you go.
All right. Done.
80 common, nice. That's nice. And we got some XP from learning how to pickpocket.
You see that?
All right.
I need to go into quick loot. This guy, yes.
In enduring
Then
grow
remove
strong.
quick loot.
Come on, Cutter, come on in here. You want to sleep outside? It's cold out here. Come
I'm
on
gone.
inside. We got a warm bed.
One ear. Let's go talk to this guy. You see a shady looking fellow standing before you, picking his teeth with what appears to be a tiny metal fork. His chest is covered by patchwork armor adorned with large spikes, and a long knife hangs at his side. You notice as he is missing his right ear. Greetings.
Updated my journal.
He regards you coldly from the shadows as if sizing you up. I said greetings, what's the matter? Your other ear not working? I had some questions for you. If it's Garter you're after, I just happen to have a pair. Your mother left them. Ignore his threat and walk away. Let's save and talk again with him. Oh, it didn't save.
Cutter, come on. You don't want to sleep out here. It's cold. Come on inside.
Let me save game. There's no hostile creatures. Oh, he's there, but you know.
Cutter, what are you afraid of? My girls will make you feel like a man.
Defend yourself. I'm gonna reload in case that this guy is important.
All right.
Picker square, that's right there, so let's go.
You want to think it's going to cost you, Cutter?
Collectors
I'm
aplenty.
gone.
Yellow fingers. This Weasley looking fellow is skulking about the garbage like a tattered shadow. Seeing you and Mort, he beckons to you. I skull. Where'd you get the skull? My skull it is. Give it back to me. Mort turns to the Ivor. Pike off. You're not getting the skull. This is not your skull. Truth, go on, take the skull. Attack him as soon as he's off guard. Go on, take the skull. Truth, if you can prove to me the skull's yours, I'll give it to you. It's only fair. Who are you? I'll buy the skull from you. Fair? This he won't like this, but let's try this. He stares at you for a moment. It's pick and mind, talk and prove, don't know nothing. Gives me the skull back now. Who are you? This is not your skull. What proof do you have? Touch me and you'll be regretting it the short few minutes before you die. Go on, try it, see what happens. You'll be regretting. Meet his attack.
I'm gone.
What's up?
Come on, dude.
Damn. Done.
That's a lot of money. I feel this guy was important. Was this guy important? Yellow fingers. I want to kill him, but I just feel that he's more important than just killing the fucker. Oh, you can learn to pickpocket from him if you settle without bloodshed. Telling him that he won't get the skull increases more its morale. Telling him to take the skull results in more attacking yellow fingers. Possibly decreasing morale. No, there's nothing to do with this guy, so fuck that. Fuck him. Fuck him. I just wanted to be sure he doesn't give me a quest or something.
I'm gone.
Carver. I had some question. My name is Carver, Cutter. I'm a thief and iyer in the employ of Shergrave, the boss of the collectors you see around this square. He pays me mostly to learn his lads to be real quiet like, and how to fight if they run into a spot of trouble. That's likely the only questions I'll answer for you, Carter. These for iyer, could you train me? Looking for a man named Farah. Do you know where he is? Where's the Shergrave fellow? Farad? Nay, I don't. Here he's nearby though. Some of his lads come running through the times, making for some ID hole that's who knows where. Somewhere around those elevated platform, I'll bet. But it's none of my business. He shrugs and spits on the ground. Live and let live, says Carver. You said you were a thief for iyer. Could you train me? Sure. No. That's fine. Budge. $50 common. No thanks. Looking for a main name from Shergrave. He don't like visitors. He's right suspicious of everyone. Shergrave's not even his real name. You said you were a thief for iyer. I'm looking for a Pharaoh.
Yeah?
All right.
Oh no, not cranium rats.
Huh?
I'm gone.
Oh, we need to go into this mode.
Endure. In enduring, grow strong.
Done. All right.
Not everybody, but yes, a large majority, more than you would expect. Maybe because it's that's just how it is, you know. He's looking for bodies. Shergrave. Tall and lanky, this pale, grim-looking man exudes authority despite his gangly and somewhat awkward frame. A good portion of his left ear is missing. What little that's left is a ragged mess of scar tissue, as if the ear was bitten rather than cut off. His narrow, shifting eyes, almost mere slits, look clever and dangerous. Would you be Shergrave? He spits at you a reply. I don't know you, Burke. He glares at you. Who are you to be asking about some Shergrave cutter? A man called Pox referred me to Shergrave. I was told he might know the location of someone named Farad. The tension in the room suddenly rises. Now, what a funny thing to be asking about. What do you want to know about old Blood Farad for? He stole something from me, and I want it back. He has some things of mine, and I want him back. He knows something, and I need to know. I just want to meet him. He's a friend of mine. He has some things of mine, and I want him back. He steals from us all, doesn't he? What do you mean? My main source of living around here is the dead, you follow? You're a collector. Yeah, that's right. He looks at you as if he's considering something. Now there's only so many debtors at any one time. My bloods and I can only gather so many. If somebody else is gathering debtors, that's that much less chink that goes into our pocket. If I were taking bodies too. So if I were this boy, yes, so
Updated my journal.
the rub is that he's found a motherload of them. Now I haven't heard of any massacres in Sigil. He frowns, tapping in his chin. So I'm quite interested in knowing where all the debtors are coming from. I could find out for you, if you'd like. I could find out for you, for a price. Ah, never mind him. But this guy, we're gonna ask for a price. Fuck you. For a price. Alright, name your price. 300, 200, 100. 300. I don't need to know that bad. Wait. 100 then. Questions. Oh shit. Read their attack. Fuck it.
I'm gone.
Fuck you, dude. I'm gonna get your money instead. Maybe. 300 bucks? Yeah, there you go, motherfucker.
What?
You wanna mess with us?
What's up, Chief?
Nobody messes
All right.
with us. Fucking collectors. Scum.
Done.
I want to talk about Shergrave with you. Nod. You're an important character. Greetings. Someone comes to speak to Nod. Speak to Nod. Yai. He suddenly breaks into a fit of hacking coughs, then nods to himself. What are you doing? Nothing except looking for debtors, nothing else. He sniffs, then gives another hacking cough. Mumbles for a moment, then speaks again. Nothing else. Need a jink, jink, jink. Debtors? The man nods. Debtors. Can sell them to the Dusties. You can sell the corpses? He starts nodding without really looking at you. All him to a black place, the mortuary. He tilts his head back and forth and nods again. There, the Dusty, they haggle and they give jinks. They takes the debtor and they do. I and Nod don't talk to them till the next body. He sniffs, whipping at his nose with the back of his hand. Why do they pay the corpse for the corpses? What is this place? I had some questions. Why do they pay for the corpses? No matter, no matter. He smiles and nods sagely. Jink for me, jink, jink. What is this place? What are you doing? We're looking for corpses. What is player questions? No. You'll get nothing and you'll answer my questions. A couple of coins. Tell me about collectors. Tell me about the area. You know a man named Farron. We know all this. He looks frightened. We lost 2 coppers. What about him? Find him. Not here in the square, but not in the square. He shakes his head again. Journal. No journal. Not as a sister. Amaris. I've seen her. Yes, in the eye, away from here, away from the square. So long ago, Nod was separated from his sister, taken away. You've been separated from her, and you'd like me to find her? So your question is?
Updated my journal.
You don't know her? Yeah, I know her, actually. He shakes his head sadly for a moment. If you sees her, if he does, tell her not her brother worries about her. She didn't want to talk to us about anything, but I remember this name. Amaris. Why don't you go find her? I'll do that for her. I'll find her for a price. No, I'll do it for you. Yeah, you seem cool. Very well.
Updated my journal. Done.
Jarim. Greetings. I really don't have time to talk to you. You see, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to complete my spell without a key component. Maybe I can help? I guess it couldn't hurt, but I am in need of a ruby to complete my spell. It must be of exceptional quality, not like the junk they sell in the marketplace. If you should find one, bring it back to me and I shall make it worth your while.
Updated my journal.
I'll wait.
I'm gone.
Maybe.
Done.
Some stuff in there. Oh yeah. Oh shit. Oops.
All right.
Endure. Your will be done.
Okay, we're not gonna do that then.
I'm gone. Updated my journal. All right.
Okay, I think this is one of the most important place in the game, maybe. Oh, my bet. She probably have a lot to say to me. The squat old woman looks like she has had all the color bled out of her. Everything from her hair to her shawl to her robe. All are shades of grey. The only splotches of color on her come from several strange herbs, which are tied to her belt by their stalks. The herbs make a strange swoosh when she moves like a broom. Greetings. The elderly woman turns and stares at you, and you notice the grey shades blanketing her body extend to her features as well. Her hair is a wispy grey, and her eyes are like chips and granite. She frowns when she sees you. And who might you be, hmm? I am Traveler. I don't really know who I am. So you not know yourself, child? She squints and points at your chest. Hard to piece together the man beneath all that tracery and scrawling scars, is it? Maybe. Who are you? With a sly cackle, she wags her eyebrow. Have you not heard of old Mebeth, then, the midwife of the square? Have you not know? Have you not now? She narrows her eyes and her voice drops. Well, now you have, for I be Mebeth, your midwife. What do you do?
Updated my journal.
I said bones right. Drive the cough out the sick. Yank out squealing, stubborn babes. Mend cloaks or a rag or two. Make cures and herbs and other such. She squints at you, studying your scars. Be needing a cure or three. Do you then? Cures? Aye, you be needing for some cures to look at ya. Do you want to buy some? Do ye? She glanced at the scars covering your body. Too late to be asking for them, I think. We could use some healing. I don't need any cures. They might be useful later. Could I see what you have? I could just use the place to rest. Questions. I could use some healing. Very well. She reaches for one of the dried herbs at her belt, snaps it off, then grinds and does some shit. Take a deep
Updated
breath.
my journal.
We updated our journal. Thank you, whatever. Did you see someone named Farad? Farad, that paw. You watch as Mebet spits once, twice, three times. then follows it by making a semicircle over art. That gull turd, what should be wanting with the likes of him? I need to find him. Do you know where he is? He's not in Rackpicker Square, that much I can tell you. You need to find a way under the square to get to that tired spider skip. Even talking about him leaves a foul taste, it does. He's under the square? She jabs her finger at the floor. Aye, he's buried beneath these piles of trash. Him and his boys in a tough time he'd have digging him out of his nest. She shakes her head. Let be, child. I need to find him. How do I get down there?
Updated my journal.
She frowns, then sighs. Here tell, Farrod's got a gate that leads to his nest somewhere here in the square. It's just a matter of finding it. You might want to ask some of the others, some who traveled a bit more than old Mabette. I'm missing a journal. I haven't seen one. If it's in the square, which I doubt, since folks don't traffic much with books and the like. It's most likely been sold or stolen. Was it something important to E? Then a mage thingy? All glowing and sparkling with magics, eh? If so, you might never see it again. What do you sell? I sell rags and stuff and I don't care. Just show me. Can I sell crap to you? Yes. Yes. I can sell shit. Sell. I could sell all this shit. Sell. And there's a bunch of other stuff that I could sell. I'd like to identify this. Maybe I can identify it myself. Because we're getting more lore as we level up and we get more lore 22. It's pretty high. Eventually I'll be able to identify stuff just by looking at it. Maybe. There's a lot of stuff we can do with her. Questions for you. Could I buy some cures? That's gonna be the same thing.
I'm gone.
Could I rest here? That would be fine. I didn't want to rest, actually. I didn't have any dreams at all. Didn't feel like I forgot them. I don't think I dreamed anything. It feels wrong. Maybe it chews that over, then shrugs. Dreams can make men great, but they have led low just as many. Maybe I'm better off without them.
Updated my journal.
Oh, well, I guess I'm gonna not reload, but change the nature of a man. Oh, well, dreams or no, I'm not one to change the nature of a man. Have you slept enough? Questions. Are you a witch, Mabette? I say not as to what I am and isn't, but what should be wanting to know so full bad. Or that you own an old woman, barking and sniffing for juicy bit of gossip. I want to learn about magic. Could you teach me? Pah, I'm no teacher. No school mistress. All set up to teach like them in the big festal. There's others somewhere, I'm sure, that'll spill the dark of it. I'd be wasting your time with old Mabette, so you would. I don't agree. I think you have a lot to teach. Oh, why do you want to learn such things? Because I just want to know. Because I may need it to solve the mystery of who I am. Because I need power. My reasons are my own. No matter, I have questions. I just want to know. Not a child's grammar book, this is. Not the Guyver's set of law. It's the art, child. I'll teach you. But I've got to keep a clear head about ye. I understand. Will you teach me? Pah. One should make songs rather than make magic. Songs have more beauty. Magic's been made dull, commonplace. soiled by the mob of people that have trumped through it. Humph. She squints at you. I'll teach ye. But first, you'll need to do some things for me, you hear? Like what? My legs aren't good for walking about Sigil, and there's errands I'd have you run. I need you to fetch me some herbs from the market. It's Spire Ward, easterly and southerly from here, in the Eye Market. Here's a sample. She takes a black seed from her coat and flicks it to you. Examine the seed.
Updated my journal.
You twist the black seed in your hand. As you do, you feel a small bite. Then a small drop of blood oozes from your thumb. There are tiny barbs on the seed, like teeth. Mibet snorts. Careful with it. Show it to one of the fruit merchants at the market. They will know what herbs you seek. All right, but I had some questions. That's it. No questions.
I'm gone.
Might as well do that. Might as well do that. Let's see what this is. Marrow friend. You can smell the reek of dung and rotting meat on this man. Yo, base! How's it going? From afar, though obviously weak and decrepit, his long, thin fingers and sunken eyes give him a sinister look as he scuttles through the garbage around him. The way he drools and rolls his eyes make you wonder if he's mad. He tries to focus on you, but his gaze wanders. His eyes are set deeply into hollow sockets, and his skin is terribly pale and diseased, covered with rashes and yellowed patches that look ready to peel from his body at any moment. The stench emanating from him is terrible. As you open your mouth to speak, he licks his lips and swallows. You deader? What did you say? Are you alright? Leave him. What did you say? Yo! He licks his lips again, and his long, spindly fingers pick at his skin, and he stares at you. Yo, deader! He glances to your left, then his eyes dart back to you. Dead, dead, hungry. He reaches out to touch you, licking his crabulous lips. Let him touch you. Don't let him touch you. Let him touch you. His fingers scrabble spine-dagger like on your arm as if looking for a piece to tear off. He licks his split limbs again, and you watch yellowish drool drip from them with a raspy moan. His fingers suddenly dig into the skin on your arm and pull off a bit. Step back. Leave. Step back. You watch and feel your stomach churn as he tastes a bit of flesh and shoves it into his mouth. He chews it and slowly then swallows. Yo. Dead. No, I'm not dead. No, but you'll be in a moment. I'm not dead. You taste dead. He scratches himself beneath his robe, and you suddenly notice that he has a finger hanging from his neck on a cord. Looks like there's a ring on it. Still hungry? What do you usually eat? What is that finger bone? He looks down, his plague-ridden feature twisting into a ghastly snaggle-toothed parody of a grin. Snack! Stop him. Don't eat that. Have a bite off me instead. I'm more fresh. Don't eat that. I'll bring your whole body to rather than that. Don't eat that. Have a bite of me instead. I'm more fresh. Give me the finger bone. The phone. Give me the phone. Give me the finger bone first, marrow friend. Gain item. He nods greedily and lets you take the finger bone. Let him bite you. Don't let him bite you. Let him bite you. It's fine. His teeth sink in the meat of your forearm and pull a chunk away with a single wrench of his neck. The pain is excruciating, but Marrow Friend sits on his haunches as if nothing has happened, chewing noisily at the mouthful of meat. Thanks, farewell. We did get hurt, I think. Have a bite off me again. No. What's that thing we got? Dome of bone and ash. Yeah, that's great. Let's take this. Take the chunk. The green knife. This. Why did I not sell all these things? I'm not sure I could. This is a decayed and nearly meatless finger bone from a humanoid of roughly your size. There's still some sort of odd ring on the finger. It is an intricate thing, sculpted with dozens of tiny ornate flanges and decorative protrusions. Oddly enough, it seems firmly rooted to the finger. No amount of pulling or prying will budge the thing, almost as if the ring's jagged edges have dug into the lifeless finger itself and refused to release it. This is a well-decayed and nearly meatless. There's some sort of odd pull the ring, pull the finger, pull the ring. You can't. Remove your own finger, replace it with the finger bone. Oh yeah, that works. Is that good? Replace it with your finger bone. You place the ring finger of your left hand into your mouth. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and bite down as hard as you can. There's a sickening crunch, and you are overcome with the taste and smell of blood. You spit the bloody finger out and place the rotted, ring-laden finger bone against the gushing stump. At first, nothing happens, and you're horrified at the thought of what you've just done. Suddenly, though, you feel a strange tingling sensation as bones fuse and tendons reknit. In moments, the rotting finger bone has become a living part of your body. Though it still throbs painfully, the jagged ring suddenly loosens and slips off into the palm of your hand. Done. That's the ring. Memphis biting ring. +2 armor class, but cursed. Well, I can easily remove it. So, but it's good anyway. +2 armor class. Of course we want that. I know it's cursed, that's fine. All cool. I remember this item. No, no buys, that's cool. Whoa! What the fuck is this?
I'm gone.
Chunk. It was a portal to get inside this place. Now how the fuck do I get out? Oh. Yes. Greetings. Flask. Unlike other collectors you've seen, the robes on this one seem to be of fine quality. Ah, another deader has come to visit us. Please excuse the mess. My colleagues haven't had the time to tidy up. There's no way out. Why, sure there is. The door is right over there. But you need one of these to activate the portal. He holds up what appears to be a small glass bead. Come, let us talk. Price. I think I'll just kill you instead. I'm listening. I'm listening. Not really, but whatever. You pay my comrade and me 100. If I don't want to pay, then my friend and I will just get to sell your body to the dustman. I think I'll kill you instead.
Endure. In enduring, grow strong.
Barely injured. This might be difficult. I don't know. It's just attack. Do Litany of Curse at the very least. Oh my god.
Done.
I hear your words.
All right.
Use the thing. 3. Ridiculous. No, not in that direction.
Good day, sir. I will hear you.
Hey, Nix. Good day, sir. Ow. Ow, indeed.
Balance in all things.
Use, but that's only 3 hit points.
It is I.
That's the power of 1 on myself. Or on me. No, on me it's not that great. Well, yeah, it can be pretty good, actually. Actually, let's go with just this.
And do I shall serve.
Badly injured.
Your path is mine.
I'm hurt.
Did you see that?
Okay, okay.
I'm gone.
I shall serve. Balance
We're gonna
in all
heal ourselves
things.
anyway after this, so let's be power of 1 on this guy.
It is I. Your will be done.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right.
We just boosted his strength to 18. I don't know what it was before, but it did a difference. Did a big difference. Still tormenting. Oh yeah, we'll be tormenting for a while. This game is very long. It doesn't look long. In terms of content, it's not like a... Whoa, I'm sorry. Right at the same time you jumped and I smacked you in the fucking face. I'm sorry. Yeah, in terms of content, it's not like there's millions of characters, but there's a lot of talking. And all that takes time. It's not a game that you grind or... Highly recommend. Oh, lots of stuff here. Let's go.
In enduring, grow strong. I hear your words.
We need to use this to get out of here, I think. Charm of Infinite Recall. Lower set to 100. Oh, okay, so I can identify stuff with this. Lower set to 100 for how much time? Yeah, I can do that and identify everything that I have on my in my inventory that I haven't identified. I can sell all these. This is so good. I'm not gonna switch it with that. Black Barbed Seed. And once I become a mage, I'll be able to get strength. Ice Knife. Adder's Kiss. Or this guy could learn Adder's Kiss. Copy spell. Adder's skills is Acidus Bolt. No, this guy's a good fighter. I really want to be the top mage. I want to be the top mage. Negative token. Skull, take the skull. Take this also, and the bone charm. Dirty rat charm. You have a bunch of dirty rat charm. Right? No, it's not the same. Cranial rat tail. Dirty rat charm. You have all the tails. There you go. That seems fine. Plenty of HP left. Can I rest here? That would be funny. Oh.
I'm gone.
Okay, so we probably need to use this. No, not this. Use. Crush the bead, put the bead away. Crush the bead. I think that's the only way to get out of here anyway. We picked up everything and we're gone. I better break the lock. That should keep anyone else from entering. That's it for that place.
Done.
There was a place here I could sell stuff. Flop house?
Come on, Cutter, come on in here. You want to sleep outside? It's cold out here. Come on inside. We got a warm bed.
We need to go to the market.
Come on, Cutter. What are you afraid of? My girls will make you feel like a man.
Don't let it end like this.
It's okay. I forgot that I was close to dying.
Sick of dragging
Alright.
your corpse back here with my teeth.
That's fine. Shut up. That's fine that we died.
Done.
It's a minor inconvenience. Extremely minor. Even maybe faster to do this. I have some stuff to do here.
Alright.
Anyway. Well, no, I want to switch to mage as soon as I can. If I'm close to leveling up... No, not even close, no. Yeah, I want to start putting points into mage. And for that, I think we need to go south from this place. Oh, I should have rested. I need to go here, I think. I think this is the market.
Alright.
I forgot to rest again.
Alright. Alright.
Now it's gonna be night.
Alright.
No, we did 24 hours. Such a great song.
I'm gone.
Let's talk to Molt. This man appears less dour and wary of passerby than the people around him. He moves with an upbeat gait, casually scanning the ground to either side of him as he goes. As you approach him, he nods a friendly greeting. Greetings. Hello, Cutter. Say, you see any deaders about? None nearby, no. I had some questions. Too bad, too bad. What are you looking for? Deaders. No. Work together? Of course not. The rival packs of collectors? Sure. Sharegrave's dead. He's my boss. Keep to himself mostly, runs things through the thing. No, not really more. Parod. Does he have many men left? Finding lots of deaders. Why does the mortuary prepare for corpses? Yeah, we know this. Journal, whatever. Fuck you, you don't have anything to tell me. What's this? Oh, you look like a shop.
Alright.
Mr. Arlo. His busy brows furrows greetings. Can I rest? Questions. I have a bed. How much? Tell me about this Nestor. Nobody puts up for free except Nestor. Nestor's that barmy old sod. He hikes a thumb over his shoulder toward the back of the room. Watch your step around him, Burke. He's not right in the head, always rattling his bone box, pound his folk and all. I wish someone do us all a favor and get rid of him. Why don't you get rid of him yourself? Okay. You don't think I tried? I have. I could get rid of him for you for a price. I could, maybe. Can stay for free. Never mind. Fair enough.
Updated my journal.
Who is he? Nestor. What's your problem? Do you really have a problem, Nestor? You see an aging man in soiled and tattered clothes, frantically pacing in the corner. His shock of filthy white hair sticks out in every direction, and his face, encrusted with dirt and streaks of dried blood, is covered with grey stubble. Every few seconds, he stops pacing and flails about suddenly, muttering and cursing as if assaulted by some unseen foe. He does not seem to notice your approach. Greetings. At the sound of your voice, the old loon whirls about to face you, his wide, staring eyes bulging in their sockets. He regards you for a brief moment, then returns to his raving. No, no, no! It's not you, oh, woohoo! But soon, yes, soon. Are you the one they call Nestor? Woohoo! You'll come, yes, you'll come. And old Nestor will be waiting. Waiting for... What are you waiting for? Waiting, yes. He suddenly plops down on the floor, as if overcome by exhaustion. Long have I waited, waiting. He takes a deep breath and springs back to his feet. Wait forever if I have to. Do you hear me? Look, Arlo, asked me to get rid of you, so we're going to have to leave. Are you alright? No! My fork, can't leave without my fork. Your fork. Fork, 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 can't go home without my fork. Nestor's frenzy reaches a violent crescendo. Begins hopping up and down manically. Then suddenly, I see the fork somewhere. Lowers his head and runs headlong into a large wooden cupboard that stands against the back wall of the flophouse. The force of the impact knocks the old man flat on his back. After a few seconds, he stands back up, a dazed expression on his face. Gone, stolen, can't go home without my fork. Who took your fork? Nestor stares at you for a moment, then begins rummaging through the pockets of his filthy tunic. After a few seconds, he produces what appears to be a dismembered ear. Ah, judging by the stench and color of the ear, you'd wager that the old loon has been tottering about in this pocket for a time. You have my fork, don't you? Don't you? Ooh. If I can find your fork, then will you leave? Maybe I can help you. Waiting until you bring it back. I'll find your fork.
Updated my journal.
Yeah, I know where the fork is, actually. It's pretty close from here. Barrier, that's just the guards. Greetings, and the creatures sleep. Oh, okay. Leave. Leave.
I'm gone.
Okay, this is where you can. This is an inn or something. It's called the Flophouse.
Done.
Makes sense. So yeah, the man without the ear was this guy.
What? Okay. You know, if I gotta slam my eyeballs against you one more second, I'm gonna puke.
All right.
Valley.
Damn it!
Croc things true.
Done. All right.
Oh yeah, one ear. Fuck you, die.
Damn it!
You're annoying me. I can't say because of you. He really doesn't want to die.
Hey, Cutter! Come here! Come on in and sleep it off! Have a good one!
Let's have a look at her. She'll go.
If it garters you're after, I just happen to have a pair. Your mother left them in the bed last night. How did you lose the ear? You wouldn't happen to have lost that ear while robbing a man here in the Hive. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't even spell your name, you clueless sod. Why don't you come clean while you're still... I want to kill him, actually, to get his stuff. Give me the fork. Let's dance.
All right.
Oh, now he's totally aggro. So I just have to do this. And he's gonna be a dumbass. And he's gonna die.
All right.
Get him! Arrest him!
She's wonderful. She's luscious. She's yours for a price.
Look, Otto asked me to get rid of you, so you have to leave. Is this the fork? My fork, my fork, 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 fork. Oh ho. He hops up and down excitedly, waving the fork back and forth in an elaborate pattern above his head, as if we're performing some sort of ritual. Now I can go home. Farewell. Woohoo! Nestor turns to leave, then, as if struck with some afterthought, he turns back around and hands you a scrap of something. Soft and rubbery. The severed ear. Upon closer examination, you notice that there is an earring still dangling. Pocket the earring and discard the rotting piece of flesh.
Updated my journal.
Oh, this thing here. It's a +10 stealth skill bonus. It's only for thieves.
All right.
He's gonna be happy. Nestor's gone.
Updated my journal.
Gain experience. Questions. Rest for a while. We don't need to rest. Okay.
I'm gone.
Mar. Your first impression of Mar is that he needs a long bath, preferably away from any creature that has any sense of smell. You can almost see the stench waft from his body in sinister yellow tendrils. He motions toward you frantically in an effort to get you to come over and talk to him. Approach this person and hear what he has to say. A look of excitement. Thank you for stopping. I'm listening. It's a matter of life and death. I must be delivering this here box and be my head for sure. It's a bad luck that I twisted my leg something fierce. So will you help me out? I'll deliver the box. Mars slowly takes out a small box from within the recess of his ragged clothing. For the briefest of moments, you see a look of regret cross his face. Then it's gone. As he looks at you, hands you the box, a slight shimmer surrounds the box as both of you and Mar touch it. A sigh of relief is heard as Mar releases the box into your care. Oh, that's not good. What now? Despite needing to deliver it to Kuatra, he can usually be found somewhere down the southeastern section of the Hive. Oh, unless you try to say I didn't warn you. Whatever happens, don't open the box, and don't leave the Hive with the box. Now I'll be off with you. I'll be back when I deliver the box. Farewell.
Updated my journal.
No, he's gone. We'll never see him again. I regret not having a save.
You see that?
Here. Let's do a hard save in front of this guy, just in case we want to come back. So we have this box, ornate box. Small golden box. Let's open it. It's gonna be a demon. Open the box. Fiend from Moridor's box. Let's try to kill it just for fun. Look that bad. Injured. Oh, okay. It's not able to hit us.
I'm gone.
200 XP and some crap. Oops. Okay. And we want to not go outside of the Hive now.
Done. I'm gone. All right.
Damn it.
All right.
Okay, this area, there's not much here, I guess.
All right.
first. Only for last time.
You, whatever. Greetings. I'm sorry. Please leave now. Yeah, as soon as I check your stuff here. If you don't mind. Oh, she did mind. Okay, we're not gonna kill you. Also...
I'm gone.
I bet the midwife needs some herbs sprung from this seed here. Can you help me? The man takes the seed, looks at it critically. As he presses it between his thumb and forefinger, he winces and a small drop of blood appears on his thumb. Ah, this seed's got a bite on it. I noticed that. Do you have the herb she's talking about? He can't seem to take his eye off the seed. Lad, I don't know if there's anyone who has what your friend seeks, to be square. I've never seen such a seed before. You will need someone who cultivates seeds such as this. I have none.
Updated my journal.
Don't know the dark of that, friend. You'll be hard-pressed to find gardener in the hive. All matters of delicacies to delight your palate. Blah blah blah. Ask about some things' taste. What do fire seeds taste like? Purchase something. Questions. What do you have? Taste. This is the fire seed. Purchase something. No. This toothless old crone reeks of fish and brine. Spying your approach, she gives you a wide pink smile. Fish, my child, fish heads, mayhap? Child? Hardly. No fish for me. I had some questions. Child, hardly. Oh yes, yes, but a child you are, to my ears. Take a closer look. Oh my, how many years have these eyes seen? I don't know. How many do you think? I don't know, too many. But no matter. So fish? No fish. Questions. Offer. What do you have to offer? Where do the fish come from? Ah. Could you actually ask for fish? No, you can't ask for fish. You see a spindly looking merchant with a brush of grey and red stubble across his chin. He wears several layers of brightly colored robes, so much so that he looks like a flag with arms and legs. Greetings. I, Griscorl. He bows and spreads his trembling hands. As he does, you notice his hands and forearms are a twisted mass of black scar tissue, as if they were once badly burned. What are you selling? How did you hurt your hands? What are you selling? His skulls sell cloth, washcloth, man cloth, and he gestures to his layers of clothing. Wear cloth. Can I see what you have? How did you hurt your hands? Griskull doesn't seem to have heard you. Answers only with his spiel delivered in the same flat monotone. Griskull black eyes with a... I see what I ask. Can I see what you have? I can't sell my like these things. Are they worthless? They're worthless. This is good. These rings are good, but knives, dildo, worthless. I've merchant, I've merchant, I've merchant, I've dweller, I've dweller, I've dweller, Craddock. You see a huge man watching the area with a tight-lipped frown and narrowed eyes. He is hunched slightly as if bearing a heavy load on his shoulders. The unpleasant smell of sweat and dirt wafts from his clothes. Greetings. The man glances down at you and frown deepens. You... Craddock? Mayhap. I come with a message from being the sender. Oh, I forgot. The shipment must be encouraged. By the third day there will be a penalty. By the elves, can they be such fools that they think we can miracle it there? Alright then, your message has found its way to the right ears. For all the good it will do. What's the problem? Look around ye. Craddock nods at the laborers in the marketplace, then scowls. These langars and halfwits can barely keep up with the load as it stands, and now it needs doing in half the time. Do you need any help? I'll tell you what I need. All my men to show up for work. Jaila's gone missing since this morn, and I need him back now. Where did he go? That I've-bred goat is probably passed out in the street somewhere by the smoldering corpse. Jelai, I saw this guy. I could go find him for you, for a price. No, just for you. You need help, don't you? It doesn't sound like you can spare the time to go looking. There's work to be done. And why would you do that? Almost if he wants me to... Let's say this. Aye, you tell him to drag his worthless, bug-ridden eye here. I'll pay you for your troubles. I knew that would happen. Where's that?
Updated my journal.
Yeah, we know. Alright. Profira. This grim-looking woman spares you only a brief glance before returning to her rant on top of the stage. She has a powerful voice that carries across the marketplace, even cutting through the noise made by the merchants and their surrounding foot traffic. Yaoha. Even the factals themselves shall be not spared. She keeps talking about the grim city. Greetings. He's about to speak with his eyes, shiny and black like orbs of jet, fell upon Dakon. The two of them stare silently at one another for a moment, before the tattooed Gitzerai gaze returns to you. His voice is low and rapsy. Yaoa greets you. You have come to play a game, yes? No, but I have some questions. Yes, I'll play. Questions. Yaoa's smile fades in an instant. He shakes his head. No interest in questions I have, only the game. The turning of the die. The clink of coin won or lost, yes. Shakes the bone dice in his palm. No, farewell. Oh. Oh, I can't play now. Oh well. This place is supposed to be the Reekwind. Oh, I remember you, Reekwind. This man is looking at you with a strange bug-eyed stare. His eyes are huge, so huge they look ready to pop out of his socket and roll across the cobblestones. He nods eagerly as you approach, bobbing his head like a bird, and as you near him, you suddenly notice the smell of urine and feces surrounding him. Greetings. The man sniffles. The man sniffles, wiping his nose on his sleeve, then opens his mouth to reveal black and rotten gums. Stories for coins, Syrah? His breath reeks. It smells like the man has been keeping rotten meat stored inside his mouth. Stories for coin? Who are you? This man snorts, thick with phlegm. Names, names, who are you, who are you? His head does a slight twitch every time he repeats himself. Names, dangerous, dangerous. He glances at the ground and stirs the dirt with his foot. Dangerous? Knowing a name or being stuck with one bodes a mess of trouble. He looks back at you. My name's a given name, not one asked for, Reekwind. Once again, you become conscious of his reeking breath and the smell of urine and feces that surrounds him. A given name, a given name. An appropriate name. The name fits you well. Is that your real name? The name fits you well. Not my true name. True name, Riquin mumbles on, his head twitching every time he says name. A true name's a dangerous thing, gives others power. He stares at you with his huge eyes and wags his finger. Keep your name secret, keep it close, never let it out. What do you mean? Names are like smells, things can track you with them. Riquin coughs, his eyes almost popping out of his skull as he does so. His cough seems to loosen his bowels, for he breaks wind loudly, as if to accentuate his point. If someone knows a true name, it gives them power. He licks his lips, the power to hurt. I don't have my true name.
Updated my journal.
Riquin's eyes widen, seeing his eyeballs bulge even larger than makes you uneasy. Then you are blessed, blessed, remain nameless, and you shall be as a spirit on the plains, untraceable, untraceable, untrackable, unseen, undiscovered. He smacks his gum wetly. A name chosen, a name given. It allows others to find you and hurt you. Have you been hurt? Riquin gives a twitching nod, then scratches himself. Let my name slips once, only once. His eyes film over as if the memory is painful, then glances at you uneasily. Tell you the story I can, I will, but 3 coppers must I see. His face splits into a smile as he says the word copper, and his reeking breath hits you like a hammer. Very well. Riquin gets into a stance, looks left, right, then face you. His face clenches, then with a grunt, he breaks wind again. The smell nearly levels you, but he takes no notice. Cursed eye, walk the wards in splendor. He stands up stiffly, nose high in the air. He saunters back and forth, nodding to invisible passerby. Listen.
Updated my journal.
Riquin freezes, his arms akimbo, cross-pat with a crossed one. At the looking of a pumpkin, his seeds curses. Riquin then thrusts his belly out so as to appear fat, slicks back his hair with a filthy palm so he looks almost bald, and begins drumming his fingers on his fat belly. He then walks about, circling the spot where his stuffy upper-class persona used to be. All a jumble with curses, this one was. With a sneer and a careless gesture, Riquin tosses an invisible curse at the stuffy persona. Listen. Knew my name, let it slip I had, all it took it all. He stiffens up again, inhaling deeply and resuming his upper-class persona. The persona suddenly crumbles, and Riquin breaks winds violently, then exhales, filling the air with his foul, reeking breath. Cursed with stenches, smells excrement. Came here to tell, all good for now. Now Riquin is the name, given name. What happened to you? Not today. Greetings. Hear your story about this area. The Ive. Whatever, true copper. Spire Ward, an alley of dangerous angles. He bent his limbs in twisted parody of one of the skeletal buildings. Not always angled, not always burned and charred, once alive, no longer. Listen. Flames, fire. He flings his irons up in the air, then waves them to simulate flames. The alley burned. Great smoke, ash everywhere. In the end, only skeletons of buildings left. Bones of dead buildings, angles everywhere, angles. Listen.
Updated my journal.
He hunches forward, his voice a whisper. Again, the stench from his body hits you like a wave. Dangerous now, bad men have set up their kip there. He bows, then breaks wind in quick spurts, like a bugle blowing. That is the tale of how a street became an alley of dangerous angles. How did the fire start? Because of your fucking gas? A man made it so, a beast made it so, a man whom even fiends admire. That's the burning guy in the tavern. A sorcerer's tale filled with madness, sadness, burning, yearning. A tale I can tell. 3 coppers. A sorcerer there, no simple edge wizard, the mage of power, run with the art. Listen. Name giving was Ignis, name respected. Listen. Taught by one of the last great magi Ignis was, and as an apprentice Ignis learned much, nothing at the same time. Riquin shakes his head sadly. In his heart, his cold black heart. A fire blazed, it burned, and it hungered. Requiem claws at his chest as if in pain. As it hungered, Ignis hungered. It was his wish to see the plains burn. In the night, Requiem hunches down and begins to slowly stalk in the direction of the alley, a mad grin on his face. Ignis came to the alley that was to be the alley of angels, and the fire in his eyes, the fire in his heart, both he let out. Requiem points at the alley, then flings his arm. Flesh ran like wax people candle. Ignis laughed. Pure evil was done, forgotten not. Secretly confessed with someone. He stands up. A punishment was decided. All the edge wizard, midwife, rune, blah blah blah. They came all, even those with smaller trace of art, to punish Ignis. Listen. He ums, then raised his hand. Caught Ignis, granted his wish. He wished to burn, then granted, using his own desire to fuel casting blood his fire.
Updated my journal.
Failed. Requiem breaks wind again, as if to accentuate the failure of the wizard. Ignis lived, only slept. Blanket of flames turned into a sleep as he burned, never happier. Shuts his eyes, wrap his arm around himself, turns slowly. Burning, ever burning. One day he will wake, and then the plain shall burn. Woo! Farod. A king, noble tale. Oh shit, 3 coppers. All become nothing, turn to air, and stink. A liar, a cheater, a man who twisted. Each time I click to listen, I pay $3? No. Then one day he found that he twisted himself. Such a liar he had become, and when he died, it was go oral place. Then Farad would not accept, would not. He had cheated others, would cheat his fate. He read Duggan books, consulted seers, Requiem stalks back forth, and then told him that only trash could find that which would let him cheat his fate. Perhaps they lied.
Updated my journal.
I think it's because you need junk in your inventory to open up the door. But there's junk everywhere in this game. Requiem stands up stiffly, then begins to fling off imaginary clothes. With every piece of clothing it throws away, becomes more hunched. Farah threw away his positions, gold, took out the title, became a king of rags, ruled the trash of his subjects. Even now, do you know where I can find him? He lives among the rags, the trash. Missing journal. No journal. Woo! Wow, that was amazing. I think we're gonna call it a night, I guess, at this point. Oh, is this the Alley of Lost Angles? Yeah, you don't want to go there. Apparently it's very dangerous. I have no reason to go there now. Okay, so we're gonna save. We're gonna play more of this on Friday, probably around 9 or something, maybe later than usual. Tomorrow we start Homeworld 2. I'm pretty excited because we finished Star Trek Evil, Hidden Evil yesterday. So Homeworld 2 tomorrow. And it has more or less something to do with Homeworld 3 that's coming out. Actually, no, not really. Because I wanted to play the Homeworld series anyway. That's why I played Homeworld Cataclysm or something not too long ago. And then I didn't forget, but I was playing all these Star Trek games. And since it was all spacey things, I was okay, but we're kind of done with Star Trek for a little while now. So, Homeworld 2. Dune 2000 was also a game that was on the back burner for a while. So thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great night. Tomorrow, a little bit more of Talos Principle. And then we start Homeworld 2 at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Thanks for watching, hanging out. Ciao, guys.
Thank you for your cooperation. Good night.
I'll buy that!